Hello, this is Femi Akujenu here, John Maxwell, certified executive coach. In today's video, I want to share a very important key to success with you, and that is the ability to delay enjoyment. This is often referred to as delayed gratification. Delayed gratification is one of the keys to success. As a matter of fact, it's an ability that is present in highly successful people. If you look at many people that have succeeded in our world today, many of them have this ability called delayed gratification. What is that exactly? Well, the ability to delay an impulse for an immediate reward so that you'll be able to receive a favorable reward at a later time. Now, many people they like instant gratification. As a matter of fact, it's a very bad habit that you want it now, 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 and you cannot delay this enjoyment or delay this gratification until the right time. Now, the whole idea is this that there is a right time for some things. And if you do it now, you mess up the chances of actually being able to do that thing later or being able to enjoy that thing later. So that's what we are looking at. And I'm hoping that some of the points I share with you will really help you to rearrange your life, to begin to do things differently. It will help you to change your mindset so that things will be done differently and things will be better for you. And who knows, maybe you will then join the list of highly successful people. So let's look at this. One of the areas where you need to practice delayed enjoyment or delayed gratification is in living your dream life. Living your dream life. We all have our own dream life. For some people, their dream life is to live in a very prestigious neighborhood. There is a particular neighborhood that they want to live at, whether it's in Greenwich, Connecticut or something, or you want to live in Stanford, Connecticut, or you want to live in Manhattan in New York City. I don't know where your own dream place is. For those of you in other, parts of the world, there's a dream place for you. In Nigeria, for example, there are those who say, Banana Island. That's the dream place. Lekki in Lagos, that's the dream place. Where's your own dream place? Now, what I'm showing you today is this that yes, you have a dream neighborhood that you want to live at, but it may not be now. Now may not be the right time for that. There is a right time to live in this neighborhood. So the ability to delay forcing yourself to live in this neighborhood now, waiting and planning for the right time is one of the keys that has helped people to be successful. And so we're talking about delayed gratification, right? Now, for some people, their dream life is wearing designer clothes. Oh, they want to wear the Chanel, the Tommy Hilfiger, and the Fendi's and other designer clothes that are out there. That's what they want to wear. That's their dream life. But the reality is that they're not ready for that right now. So delayed gratification is helping you to understand that yes, this is what I eventually want to wear, but I'm not ready for that right now. And we're going to get more into that momentarily. Now, for some people, they have their dream food, dream restaurants that they want to be dining at. Yes, they have some nice restaurant and they say, yes, I want to be dining here. I want to be around the rich and the famous and I want to be dining here. Yeah, that's their own dream life, right? For some other people, they have a dream car. They have a dream car that they want to be wearing. Yes, that's how they want to live their life. They want to drive, the Porsche. They want to drive the Ferraris and the Bentleys and maybe Tesla and they just have some dream cars that they want to drive. Now, so think about it. You have a dream life. Delayed gratification is basically saying, yes, I want to do this right now, but the reality is that I truly cannot afford this. I truly cannot afford this. And so instead of trying to do this now, let me begin to put some things in place and begin to plan. And then at the right time, when I have enough money, when I have enough ability to sustain this lifestyle, then I will get into it. I don't need to force myself into something that I'm not ready for. I'm going to delay this gratification because there is a right time, and at the right time, I will do this. Now, that's what delayed gratification is all about. And guess what? Many successful people, they have that ability. As a matter of fact, that's one of their keys to success. Now, some of you don't know this. You think, well, just fake it until you make it, kind of a thing. So you just want to fake everything. Well, the reality is this: successful people, they know and they have learned how to delay gratification. They practice that. That is why they're successful today. Do you know that there are some things you want right now, and truth be told, you cannot afford it? I know you want to wear all those clothes, but the reality is this: you cannot afford it. You want to wear this wig, but you cannot afford it. You want to drive this car, you want to live in this neighborhood, but you cannot afford it. That's just a fact. You cannot afford what you're trying to do right now. So, when you are delaying gratification, you are basically saying, I cannot afford this. There is a right time for this. So, for now, wait. Wait. Delay this gratification. Wait until the right time. Don't live a fake life. I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and they told me that some people, in order to impress, in Lagos, Nigeria, in order to impress people, they will, of course, go and hang out in the Lekki area of Lagos. In order to impress people, they will borrow from their friends. They said they will even borrow underwears. Can you imagine that? They will borrow clothes, they will borrow wigs, just because they want to look big, they want to look flashy, they want to look like they belong, and all that stuff. Now, those who practice delayed gratification, they understand that, you know what, this is where I will ultimately like to be, but I'm not there yet. No need to fake that. Why don't I work hard for now? Why don't I begin to put my money, my resources on the dream career, the dream business, so that at the right time, when I begin to make good money from my career, when I begin to make good money from my business, then I'll be able to afford the dream lifestyle that I want. So, no need to be living this fake life. And can I tell you something about fake life? Fake life can sometimes even hinder you from getting help. Because somebody is looking at you like, wow, look at all these clothes you're wearing. Look at all these big, big things you're doing. They don't know that you're borrowing all these things you're doing, right? They don't know that you're borrowing this. They don't know that all that is not even yours. It's fake. So they're thinking you got it. So they cannot even come to your rescue because they think you got it. But if you're real, you never know. Who may say, you know what? I see how hard you work. And I see that, okay, you deserve more than this. I can help you. But if you keep pretending like you have made it, who is going to come and help you? You see, stop the fake life. When you understand the power of delayed enjoyment, delayed gratification, you say, you know what, let me save this money now. Let me put this money that I'm getting. Instead of you trying to go and impress, you want to go and eat at a restaurant, flashy restaurant and all that stuff, high scale restaurant. Instead of you taking your money, hard hand money, or maybe even money that is a gift to you, and splashing it on those kind of stuff, you say, you know what, let me begin to think of some good things I can do, something I can invest my money into, a business I can do. So you pour your money into that, you save and pour your money into that, and you invest in that. And before you know it, a business comes out of that, it flourishes, and then there's a right time that you can afford anything that you want. Delayed gratification, delayed enjoyment. Do you know, when you are building your business now, you stay humble. You're not trying to impress the Joneses. And that's the problem with many people. They want to impress so bad. They just must impress somebody. They just feel like you must show them something. No, you don't need to show them anything. Do you have a vision for your own life? If you have a vision for your life, stay focused on your life. Stay focused on building your life. Don't worry about who looks down on you for now. You are coming. You are coming soon, because you're going to build this business. You're going to build this career. There's coming a time where you will not need to be borrowing from anybody. You're going to have your own cash. You're going to be able to afford anything you want. You don't need to fake it. It's going to be real. So instead of using all your resources on the wrong stuff, you delayed gratification and you say, for now, this is the time to build. And some of you, under the sound of my voice, all the money you've been wasting on the wrong things, it's time to stop that and to say, you know what? It's my time to build. So let them make fun of me all they want. I'm not living for them. I live for myself and I want to be successful. So instead of like trying to join them here, try to join them there, trying to buy this clothes and buy that clothes just to show that you belong and you are broke as broke can be, why don't you take all that money and begin to invest it in something that will build your life? Delayed gratification. I remember there was a time in my own life I came into some money when I had started, Live Zone TV. I came into some money, and I wish I knew what I now know. There was a car I was driving, and in order to drive that car, it was like maybe 2 years old. The car was like 2 years old, so it was still brand new, or maybe even a year old. It wasn't my own car. It was a friend's car. He couldn't afford the car note. So, of course, me now, I have money. So I took it over. I started paying the insurance. I started paying the car note. All of that was costing me $700 every month. And of course, driving around town looking big, what I could not afford. Oh, I afforded it. I paid for it, but it was a wrong move because what happened was this: it drained my money. Well, within the 10 months that I drove that car, I spent $7,000. $7,000 that I could have still kept in my pocket. $7,000 that I could have used to do something constructive and invest it in something good. I was driving around town. Now, here's the thing. That car I was driving around, it wasn't like my house was far from my office. It was not. As a matter of fact, my studio and my house was just a few blocks. It was not far at all. I could have walked. But instead of walking, now I want to feel big. I started driving. Oh, what a foolish move. What a foolish move. And then, of course, after 10 months, I returned the car. I didn't have any money anymore. I went from almost $50,000 to zero. And so I had no choice but to start walking. And that's how some of us live. Instead of you delaying gratification and saying, you know what, this money I have, this little money, let me put it in something and build something so that one day I can afford all the cars I want. I can afford all the houses I want. I can afford all the designer clothes I want. I can afford all the wigs I want. I can afford anything I want. Instead of doing that, you're spending it now and then you are back to zero eventually. Those who have the ability to delay gratification, they are the ones who succeed. But not only do they succeed in a lasting way. In other words, they're able to sustain whatever they achieve because they have learned the power of delayed gratification. And I remember after I've done all that, and I realized that, oh my God, what have I done to myself? I decided to start practicing delayed gratification. From that time till now, it's become my lifestyle, delayed gratification. That if I'm not ready for it, let me plan for it. Then when it's the right time, I will get it. I'm not going to impress you. I could care less about impressing you. I remember, when I started, walking and stuff, then I started delayed gratification. I started delaying enjoyment. And then I started saving. I started saving. Out of that savings, I got an opportunity, to start a new business. And I said, wow, I have the money because I've learned delayed gratification. I was able to use that money I had saved to start that other business. Delayed gratification is also paying off because I'm able to even expand more. Since that time, I've developed that spirit, that mindset of delayed gratification when it comes to certain things that I believe I am not ready for or I cannot sustain. And you know what? I could care less about the Joneses. I remember there was a time I went somewhere, I went for an interview, and this person was interviewing me on radio. And they noticed that I came to the interview in a Uber. And they said, wow, Femi came in a Uber. Now, of course, this Femi is the CEO of a TV station. Wow, he came in a Uber. And so the man, I remember him telling me that, wow, I'm impressed by you. He said, you know what? I'm learning from you that you are not allowing the CEO to get into your head because you're cutting your coat according to your size, or somebody says according to your material, because you know the real thing, that yes, you can have a title, but the bank account may not show that. And you don't need to be acting as if, oh, we are big, we are big, we are big, and then you're spending all the money that you don't have enough of. When you're supposed to be building right now, you're spending all your money because you want to impress somebody. Stop it. Begin to delay enjoyment so that you can build, and at the right time, you can begin to enjoy. Delayed gratification, delayed enjoyment. So some of you, the money you are spending trying to wear what you cannot afford, you need to stop it. Do you know that in the NBA, here in America, basketball, there are some young people, they get a new contract. And because they don't know much about delayed gratification, they try to live like the veterans. So imagine you just signed a contract for 5 million or something, and then you're trying to live large like Michael Jordan. Wait, Michael Jordan has been in this thing for a long time. Why are you trying to live like you're a Michael Jordan? You are not Michael Jordan. You are just starting out. So cut your coat according to your material. You're just starting out. So be careful. But you know what has happened to many NBA players? They are acting as if they have arrived. And so what ends up happening is that they end up crashing. According to statistics, most NBA players, after they get out of NBA, now, after making $50 million, after making $20 million, or whatever amount they made, many of them, most of them, according to statistics, they go broke within 5 years. The problem became so big that they had to organize some sort of organization where they are getting some of the veterans who did it right to teach the younger ones, so that they don't try to copy the life of the veterans. How can you compare yourself? Somebody who has been in this world for 30 years, or they've been in business rather for 30 years, and they've been able to, build their business to a point where they can afford anything. You just got some money in your hands and you think you want to pretend like you are as successful as them. What are you doing? No, don't do that. Right? For now, just live quietly. You don't need to buy the latest of anything. And I'm going to get there momentarily. Delayed gratification, right, is a key to success. Do you know that this thing I'm talking about, even in the area of food, what you eat, this delayed gratification also needs to be implemented? Because, I know you want to, eat the fast food. There's, a nice restaurant over there that's, has unhealthy food. And sometimes you just want this instant satisfaction, instant enjoyment. But the reality is this: the food that you are eating is not healthy. So someone practicing delayed gratification says, you know what, let me wait till when I get home. Let me wait till when I can get something more healthy to eat. So delayed gratification can even be employed in the area of how you eat. Do you know that in the area of your finances, of course, you need to practice this. You save money. Not every money that comes into your hands that you spend. I was just advising someone the other day. I said, in your country, I noticed that a lot of people, any money that gets into their hand, they spend it all. And then they hope that they will get another one. I said, that's not how to live. In every money that you get, something must go towards savings. I don't care how little you make. You say, well, but I don't have enough. I don't care if it's $1 you have to put towards savings. Develop a savings culture. You don't spend everything that comes into your hands. Delayed gratification. Do you know that even in relationships, you can practice delayed gratification? Do you know there are times when there's an impulse to react in anger? Maybe your spouse, maybe your significant other did something that you didn't like, and the impulse is to react out of anger. But guess what? You delay gratification, right? You delay that. And you say, you know what? There's a right time, there's a right way to respond to this. Instead of reacting, I will respond, right? And instead of, busting out of anger, you say, you know what? Calm down. There's a right way to address this. There's a right time to address this. You are practicing delayed gratification. You know, some people, you want to cut off your partner. They are saying something. You say, no, hold on. Be patient. Let them finish their point before you jump into it, right? You're learning delayed gratification. Are you with me? Delayed gratification is one of the keys to success. It's one of the keys to success. Do you know that people don't want to delay gratification? They don't want to delay. They want it now, 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 now. You know what they do? They start borrowing. Can you imagine? You cannot afford a wig and you are borrowing a wig. Can you imagine? You cannot afford even an underwear and you are borrowing it. Can you imagine? You cannot afford to wear some clothes and you are borrowing it. What kind of lifestyle is that? Why are you fooling yourself? Why are you fooling yourself? You are not there yet. Why don't you focus on building yourself and say, you know what, one day I would like to be able to afford all these things. So for now, let me build myself, let me train myself, let me go to school, let me start a business, let me start a career, whatever I have to do. And there is a plan. Okay, in 5 years' time, I'll be in this position to be able to afford this. And guess what? If you are around others who can afford that and you cannot afford it, make it clear to them, hey, I'm not on that level yet. I'm still building. Don't be ashamed about that. You're still building. If they want to make fun of you, they are not your friends. Cut them off. They are not your friends. Real friends will say, you know what, spend time building. They may even help in the process of building, not faking. Building your life, building so that one day you get to a place where you can afford it all. Those who don't want to delay gratification, they even get into wrong relationships just because they want to wear, a designer clothes. They want to do this, they want to do that. They start hooking up with wrong men, wrong women. Some of them even start prostituting. They start living as a prostitute just because they want to show off. They want to look big. They don't want to delay gratification. If you're under the sound of my voice and you're doing that, this is your time to stop. Stop doing that. Some people will even steal. Why? Because they don't want to delay enjoyment. They don't want to delay gratification. Do you know that all that you're doing right now, they will come to an end? One day, the prostitution will stop. One day, you become an old client that nobody wants again. And then eventually you want to turn your life around and everybody knows you're around. Right? You got to stop that. One day it's going to all backfire on you. Why don't you wait and build the right way? Build the right way, right? Delayed gratification is one of the keys to success. Those who don't want to delay gratification, they are dishonest. They become dishonest people. They live a fake life. And instead of focusing on building their life, they are focusing on faking. They are focusing on pretending. When are you ever going to build if you are pretending? If you just take every money you are getting right now, you're saving it, okay, I want to live, in a particular neighborhood, I want to buy land there, I want to work hard until you're able to start building with your own money. But if you keep on faking it, and you're putting the little money that comes in your hand in all the wrong stuff, when will you eventually have money to build anything? So one of the keys to success is delayed gratification. Delayed gratification. Now, in closing out this, short message with you, I want us to look at the life of Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett is the sixth richest person in the world. Warren Buffett is the sixth, as of May 2023, he is the sixth richest person in the whole wide world. He is worth $113 billion. That's Warren Buffett. Now, let me tell you something about Warren Buffett. We can all learn from it. Do you know that this guy bought a house in 1958? And as of 2020, I don't know if it has changed, but as of 2020, he was still living in that same house. Many of us, we cannot afford anything, but yet we want to be living in all this, high rises, all these fancy places that you don't even have money. And you have to be begging somebody, begging somebody, begging somebody. I remember somebody I know, this guy loves to show off a lot. He had, he has a daughter, and he wanted to celebrate the birthday party for the daughter. And instead of just getting some of the friends of the daughter so they go to Chuck E. Cheese and call it a day, he wants to show off. And he started reaching out to somebody else that I know and started, can I borrow some money? Can I borrow some money? Can I borrow some money to set up a birthday party? Just because he wants to show off. He wants to show off. Is that what you do? Delay that gratification. One day, you'll be able to throw the big party you want. For now, do the little you can afford to do. You don't need to show the world anything. You don't need to impress anybody with anything, right? Delay the gratification. So, Warren Buffett, being in the same home since 1958, can you imagine that? Warren Buffett still has the same habit of eating breakfast, some cheap breakfast. He's not trying to spend all this money trying to impress anybody for a breakfast. He still buys some cheap breakfast, right? Warren Buffett, when he buys cars, he buys them at reduced prices. This is the sixth largest or richest, rather, I don't know why I keep saying largest, right? Sixth richest person in the world, and he will buy cars at reduced prices. Of course, he knows also that the moment you drive a car out of that lot, it loses its value anyway, right? What about his hobbies? He has hobbies, and he has affordable hobbies. He's not trying to, have some expensive hobbies that you don't have enough money for, but in his own case, he has money for it, but yet he maintains that, right? Affordable hobbies. Wow. Now, he treats his friends very well, but he doesn't go extravagant. It's amazing how some people, in order to impress, they'll be buying all this big stuff. They'll go extravagant for their friends. And those your friends, they're even your enemies. And yet, you are going extravagant. I'm not saying don't treat them well. Treat them well, but don't go extravagant, right? Do you know that for Warren Buffett, when it comes to phones, I mean, for a while, he was just using a flip phone, but eventually got an iPhone. But guess what? He buys phones only as needed. He upgrades only as needed. He doesn't upgrade every year. Okay, it's iPhone, whatever the latest iPhone is. And so for you, you are broke, but yet you want the latest iPhone every year. You want the latest Samsung every year, and you are broke. And you have not built your life, but you want to impress somebody. So when they say, oh, what phone are you using? So you are using the kind of phone that you to impress people, right? The kind of phone you are using that to impress people. No, stop all that, right? Now, for Warren Buffett, he wears quality suits that last, but he doesn't wear designer suits. He wears good suits that last. As a matter of fact, he has a designer who designs for him, and he designs good clothes, and it lasts. That's it. He doesn't need to buy this designer and that designer and that designer. Right? Now, some of you are saying, wait. You mean the sixth richest person in the world? This is how he lives his life? Is he very stingy or something? I know that's what you're thinking. Because your mindset, right? Your mindset. You have had this mindset of living larger than you can afford. So you are thinking Warren Buffett must be a stingy person. But guess what? This Warren Buffett we are talking about, he has donated $36 billion to the Gates Foundation. $36 billion. So he's not a stingy person. As a matter of fact, he has a plan to give all his money away. So look at that. So he has $113 billion and he has a plan to give them all away. So it's not about stinginess. It's about knowing how to build properly. You delay gratification. There's a right time. There is a time coming that you'll be able to wear all the designers you want. Right now, you cannot afford it. Stop faking it. Stop borrowing people's clothes just because you want to show off and you want to look like you are bigger than what you are, right? Warren Buffett has been in the same office building forever. And it is said about him that he values relationships so much over materialism. He values relationships so much over material things. As a matter of fact, he has some great grandkids, and he knows them all, what they are doing with their lives and all that stuff. He values relationship. Delayed gratification. I hope that with what I've shared with you, that you begin to plan your life properly, that you begin to delay gratification, that you delay enjoyment. I'm not saying that one day you will not wear the designer clothes. I'm not saying that one day you will not drive the Ferrari and the Bentley and whatever you want to drive. I'm not saying that you're not going to live in Banana Island one day, or live in some place, that you want to live in the United States, one day. I'm not saying that you are not going to, do all the dream things you want to do. I'm not saying you won't do it one day, but sometimes it is not now. I know people in America, for example, they will go and buy one big car. It will cost them a lot of money to be paying every month. They will drive it for about 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, and they will repossess the car from them. All along, they're trying to put all their money into this car. They want to show off so bad. They put all the money they make, all their salary, into this car to pay the car note every month. They know they cannot afford that. Can I ask you a question? Are you living in a house that you cannot afford? Somebody I know recently had to downgrade. She was living in a more prestigious part of town in Africa, and she said, you know what? I need to downgrade because I cannot afford this thing. I have to be begging people every month. Maybe you are listening to me. That's how you live your life. You are begging people all the time. Well, it's time to downgrade. What do you need 3 bedrooms for when it's just you? What do you need 3 bedrooms for? Maybe it's just you and a child. Sometimes you have to downgrade and build, and then one day, when you have built success, then you'll be able to upgrade again. And some of you listening to me, the struggle in your life right now is a struggle of not knowing how to delay gratification. You are doing things you cannot afford. You are living lives that you cannot sustain. So you cut it out. You begin to make adjustments to your life. Now you say, well, but my friends are doing. Forget about what your friends are doing. Some of them are also fake, just like you. Some of them, you are trying to copy them, not knowing that they are borrowing. So you thinking you go and buy this, not knowing that it's a fake life. Do you know that here in the US, there are people who go to the supermarket or to the clothing store, right? And they'll buy a clothes and they'll wear it. It will look nice on them. They'll make sure they keep the tag on. And then they will return it the next day. So when you see them, you're saying, wow, look at my friend. My friend is so rich. My friend is so well-to-do. Everything is working out for my friend. Not knowing that your friend is fake just like you. Both of you are fake. You're trying to impress your friend. Your friend is trying to impress you. You're all fake. Now, why don't you say, you know what? I don't care about them. I'm going to build my life. Let them make fun of me all they want. I'm going to build my life. And guess what? When you start building your life, one day, they will come to you and say, wow, can you teach us the secret? And they're looking at you. You looking at them like, what do you mean? I was trying to become like you. And they say, no, it was all fake. We were fake all along. Stop the fake life. And then begin to build your life the right way. So what message do you get from this? It should be that what you cannot sustain, what you cannot afford, don't pretend like you can. There's no need. Why don't you focus on yourself and build your life? Build your life. Start small. Don't worry about who's talking. You build your life. I'm telling you, while they are faking, one day, all their fake will stop. Do you know fake always come to an end? But the real thing will last forever. Yes, it will last forever. So I want to challenge you, build properly. It may take some time, but don't worry about that. You keep on building because you have a vision, right? You build. Don't drive whatever you cannot afford just because you want to impress the Joneses. No need for all of that. Build. And as you build your life and you have a plan, guess what? Eventually you'll get there where you can live all the dream life that you want to live. I hope that this has helped you to reorient your mind, to change your mindset, and also it will help you to begin to do some things differently. Forget about the Joneses. Don't care about them. Build your own life. Have a vision and a goal for your life, and one day you'll be able to enjoy all the reward that you want, all the great things that you want out of life. Please go ahead and share this video if it has been a blessing to you. share it with others so that they too can learn from this video. If you're watching me on YouTube, please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're watching me on Facebook, please like my page and also comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on this message, and also make sure to share it with somebody else. Like it, do everything that needs to be done so that this can help somebody else. I do coaching, executive coaching, corporate coaching. So if you want me to speak to your team members, to your CEOs, to your managers in your corporation, you can reach out to me. If you want personal development, you can reach out to me. If you need coaching in the area of marketing, in the area of media, in the area of business, you can also reach out to me. Go to my website, and that is www.femiakojeno.com, femiakojeno.com, or femispeaks.com, and you'll be able to reach out to me. I want to thank you for watching this video, and please don't forget to share with others as well. You have a good evening.